Everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pokemon Black Plushlocke. Now, if you don't know what a Plushlocke is, I talked about it last episode, and as well as that, I have a whole series from Pokemon Crystal that I did. But now that we've finished with Striaton Gym, we can actually walk out here. We're gonna meet a strange scientist, and going in here, we're gonna be offered to go into her house. Kind of weird, considering I think my character is like 15 in the game, but you know what? We're gonna get cut. Also, very weird thing to give a 15-year-old. But it turns out we're going to be helping Fennel with some research, so we're going to go to the Dream Yard. Personally, my favorite place almost in the game. I love this place mainly because of the encounters here and just what happens in the game. But once coming in here, we're going to see a Munna. And then Team Plasma is going to be coming over here. And they begin to beat on the Munna? Very, very weird thing for a Pokemon team that say they're about protecting Pokemon. However, we're going to have to battle them either way. So starting out, we're going to actually take on this Patrat. And after defeating them and the other Team Plasma member, there's going to be a weird occurrence with their leader, Getsus. Now, it took me a few years to actually learn that the Musharna was the reason behind Getsus. As a kid playing this game, I never really realized that, so it was very cool seeing, literally a few years ago, whenever I replayed these games, even though I've replayed them a lot, it was a strange occurrence. But we're going to get a few new encounters here, luckily and thankfully. We're going to be able to find a Munna, and then as well as that, we're going to find a cool occurrence of a Musharna, which is only a 5% encounter, but that's not what we needed. We actually needed an Audino, which we actually end up catching as well. So now that we're done with here, we could actually leave Striaton City after talking to Fennel a little bit more, getting some other portions that really aren't going to matter in this game mode. But we're going to be challenged by Sharon again, and we get to take out Charlotte. And now I spelled Charlotte's name with 3 T's, so she's either going to be called Charlotte or she's going to be called Triple T from now on. But yes, we do take on and defeat the Oshawott. And as well as that, next, it's time for that Purloin to come back out. So we're going to take on Purloin. And it should be a pretty easy venture. However, that water sport was kind of scary in the beginning because that means it lowered my fire moveset and actually the power of it. But we're just going to keep on fighting the Purloin. Tackling is going to be decent enough to actually get us through. With Tepig being the physical attacker, if it's not going to be Flame Charge, Tackle is probably going to be our best way to go. But as soon as we do that, we're going to see some actual grunts running around. So I think we should go help them. Bianca's also going to be helping this little girl with what they need to get done. Before that, we got a few more encounters. That being Freddy the Blitzel. And after catching Blitzel, we can move on to another special encounter that we can get in this grass. And I'm super excited to get as well. I love this Pokemon, that being Peanut, the Pidove. A lot of people don't like Pidove, but I do really enjoy it. Some people also don't like how I pronounce it, but we're going to add that to the group. So we're actually going to go in here as well, and we get a few more encounters before we battle these guys. I don't think I include the actual battle between these guys, because it doesn't really matter, nothing really happened. However, first off, another favorite of mine in this region, the gift to grab Roggenrola. And as well as that, we're going to find Redacted the Woobat, which we are able to catch as well. So, like I said previously, we are going to actually fight these grunts with Sharon, defeat them, and then after that, we get to add Drillbur to our list of Pokemon we get to catch in this area. I really love Drillbur. I have the Jack-specific version of it, and even though I don't have Excadrill, I do know that this guy is going to put in some heavy work. But here is our team. We got Dream, we got Charlotte, Jax, we also have Muppet, newly editioned, Toph, and we have Monty. And now we can officially move on after we evolve our Tepig into a Pignite. I got that off screen while training a little bit. A lot of people actually don't really like Pignite, which I kind of don't understand too much. But nevertheless, we are going to catch up with N one more time. A new battle before we go into the second gym. He is going to start out with his Pidove. We have a Pidove ourselves, however, just not on the team at the moment. That's okay. I think that Monty's going to be able to easily take this little guy out. And then next up, they are going to go into their Dynamo. I also have a Temple myself on the team, so that's really nice to have. And we are going to, of course, switch out to Dream. I honestly don't have anything that could really handle any water types at the moment, but you know what? One Psybeam from Dream seems to be enough to actually get us the victory. Even though we are confused right now, we are actually going to keep on with our Dream. just because Psychic's going to be easiest way to take out these fighting type Pokemon, and with that, N is defeated. I always like the idea of N actually having Pokemon from the same routes that he battles you on, just based off of him catching them and then releasing them right after back into their homes. It just kind of makes it feel like his Pokemon aren't actually his Pokemon, but more of his friends. I consider our Pokemon our friends too, but you know, it's just a bit. Probably not the best commentary for you guys, but it is time to go into the second gym leader battle. If we go over here, after defeating all the trainers, we talk to this final little bookshelf, and it is moving. I am so excited for this battle. This is honestly the scariest battle I think they have in Generation 5 when it comes to gym leaders. It's definitely on the Whitney level for me, so this is going to be a very, very scary battle. We take on Lenora. And although Lenora is very annoying, I do really like her as a trainer and as a character. But now with our new trusty Pignite, we continue on the battle. Herdier is going to take some damage with some newly learned arm thrusts. And we're actually going to be able to knock it out pretty fast. However, Super Potion actually stops it from being knocked out as quickly as I had hoped. But we'll just keep on going with those arm thrusts. Not much we can do. Arm thrust is a very powerful move whenever it's in the beginning of the game. As we get later on, if we keep Emboar and we keep Pignite, it might kind of lose some health. But after that, we go into Muppet and we two-shot that Watchog. That was actually insane how much damage that was. No retaliate, no hypnosis, just an outspeeding by Muppet. I really like Sawk. Sawk became one of my favorite, least loved Pokemon in this generation. And that was like years ago before I actually started using this. And I just know that Sawk is honestly probably going to be a heavy hit on our team. I haven't checked his ability yet, but if he has Sturdy, that's awesome. But yeah, guys, that'll be it for me. I will see you guys next episode when we battle the next gym.